What's going on, everybody? I'm Scott Oots. Welcome to this week's deal review. All right, so let's talk about a property we had in Wilmington, California. So keep in mind, California properties may be very expensive compared to the properties where you're at. But this one here, man, this one was a doozy. I haven't been out in the field in a while. I actually had to get in the car with a team. We had 3 of us go out to this property to solve some issues. So let me tell you guys about what happened in Wilmington. So this house, from the outside, doesn't look horrible, right? I mean, the house itself, the bones were in great shape. The inside smelled horrible. This back room over here, there was 3 people living in. The room on the front side, there was another 3 people living in. And then this, which is almost a little add-on, pretty much meant to be like a laundry room or something, there was 2 more people living in. There was somebody else floating around. I don't know where this person was at. Basically, this house here needed a full rehab inside, but we had a problem, right? We're during the COVID time right now, and there's tenants in the property. We couldn't evict them. So we had to move forward and try to get these tenants out and work out a deal with them. In the end, our spread on this property ended up being $140,000. $140,000. Let me tell you how we did that. Let's take a look at what we're doing here. So you guys can obviously see some of the repairs that needed to be done to this property. So foundation was cracked. This was out in the garage area. It needed a lot of work. Looking at this one here, drop-in ceiling in the kitchen. That obviously needed to come out. Outside needed some work around the fascia. There's definitely some issues with this add-on that they did back here as well. So we had 9 tenants in a 2-bedroom house. None of them liked us. They were all uncooperative. We could not evict them due to COVID. This is the part that sucks, right? The tenants forced the owner out of the property. So let me just tell you what happened here. The owner of the property said, I'm gonna rent out a room. He was in one of the bedrooms. He decided he'd rent out the 2nd bedroom. He brought these people in. Everything was going fine. Then he decided to bring somebody else in to live in that back laundry room area. Then they brought their friends in. All of them together forced the owner out of the house. The owner could go ahead and go call the police, but they couldn't do anything. It's a civil matter. It would end up being a court case. So basically, the owner said, I don't know what to do. So this guy called us and said, hey, these guys kicked me out of my house. I'm living on the street. They sold all of his belongings, his TV, everything. When we asked them about it, I don't know where they went, right? So this owner was in a bad spot. So he called us and we had to try to work this deal out. We made deals originally with the tenants. We went out to the tenants and said, hey, we'll give you each $500 to move out of the house. $500 cash, but we'll give it to you on the day you move out and you sign away saying that you have vacated the property. So everything was going fantastic, right? Moving day was coming up. We said, man, we really need to get out there and make sure everything's going good. So I went out there with Mike and Nick. We get to the house, we walk in, I've got piles of cash in my hand. And we walk in ready to hand them cash and have them move out. The first thing that happens, someone walks out from the bedroom. She said, we're not moving. Nope, we're not leaving. We said, wait, we had a deal. Well, they don't care. That's why you never give the money up front. We had to start pulling them aside group by group and talk to them and try to figure out what deal can we come up with. Now, we anticipated this. So I brought more cash than I would have normally brought because I didn't think $500 was gonna do it. So we brought enough cash to work with these people and try to get them out of the deal or out of the house. We spent 12 hours at the house that day working out deals with each set of tenants. 12 hours. Keep in mind, we're wearing our masks. It was hot, right? We had boards there. We were ready to board up the inside of the property to make sure they couldn't get back in. We were gonna put plywood on the windows, 2x4s across the inside, like 4 to 5 inch bolts, just making sure that no one was gonna get back into this property. First, we had to get them out. We can't board up a property while the tenants are still in there. Tenants have rights. So we worked out separate deals with each of these groups. And what's funny is we told them originally we'd pay them $500 a piece. In the room where there was 3 people, that would have been $1,500 for those 3 people. They settled on $1,200 for those 3 people to move out because $1,200 sounded better than $500 individually. So they would have got $1,500, but they ended up getting $1,200 because they thought that number sounded better. So you can tell the type of people that we were dealing with. They started moving out one by one. We got hotel rooms for them. We had to give them cash for the hotel rooms. Got them out of the property. Started boarding everything up. That was a pain and a very long day. It took us probably about 2 hours for us to board up the house. Once everything was done, seller received about $500,000 for the property. This is his cash in his pocket. 500 grand. But the hardest part is we had to pick up the check from escrow and we had to go find him because he was on the street. So this guy was ecstatic. This guy was a very nice guy. He was in a tough situation, just didn't know what to do. Now keep in mind, when you're doing deals, you are the expert, right? The sellers are calling you for a reason. We knew how to handle the tenants legally. We knew how to take care of them to get them out of the property legally, right? We weren't going to go pull them out. We couldn't do that. We had to go take care of them. So the seller didn't know how to do that. He didn't have the cash to go do that. The guy didn't have a dollar to his name. Now he's got $500,000. That guy's going to go get himself a place to live and he's going to have a much better life. So that's the reason that people call companies like ours. Tenants are still calling us, asking for more money because they already spent it. These are the type of people you're dealing with, right? And they're going to continue to call us. We're not going to give them any more money at this point. There's no reason to. The deal is done. Oh, they just keep coming. They just keep coming. If we could make them go away, that would be fantastic. So basically, that's where we are. That deal closed with a $140,000 spread to us. If I could duplicate that deal 10 times over, even with the tenant issues, gladly I will do that. There's big deals out there. There's small deals out there. Now, when you guys are watching this and you see some of the large spreads in our deal reviews, we also have deals that close for $5,000. We have deals that close for $7,000. Don't think that every deal we do is a six-figure deal. I wish that was the case, but it just doesn't happen. So get out there, get those $5,000 spreads, get the $10,000 spreads, start working your way up to a larger one. But you're probably not going to start with these large six-figure spreads. So hopefully this helped you guys out. Hopefully you enjoyed the deal review. I'm Scott Oots. We'll talk to you later.